Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today's video is a colorful embossed card that I created using the Simon Says Stamp November card kit. This one here is a very simple card that can be easily mass produced. I used the embossing folder provided in the kit to make my background and colored it using some fun distress inks. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my videos. I will leave a link down in the description box below for all the supplies that I have used in today's video. Before we start creating the card, let us first take a look at the embossing folder and the stamp set that I will be using to create today's card. I am using this huge 6x8 Cozy Wishes stamp set by Simon Says Stamp to create my sentiment strip and the Scandinavian Christmas embossing folder, which has a beautiful intricate design. I will be using these mini distress ink pads to add color to my background. Let us begin by creating our embossed background. I sandwiched a plain white A2 size cardstock between my embossing folder. I ran the sandwich through my die cutting machine and just take a look at how beautiful this design is. You could leave the background as is, add a beautiful sentiment and call this card done. I love how Christmassy this background is. I decided to go ahead and add color to my background using distress inks. You could use any kind of inks. It could be either dye inks, pigment inks, distress oxides. Use whatever you have in hand. Use any color combinations of your choice. I chose 4 shades of distress inks: mustard seed, spiced marmalade, picked raspberry, and barn door. Notice that I am using the Positively Everything tool from Simon Says Stamp, which is also provided in the kit. This tool helps to hold my distress ink cubes. This silicone non-skid surface is perfect to place my ink pads. I don't have to worry about holding the ink pad each time I try to swatch on the same color onto my blending brush. One thing that I would definitely like to share here is that I embossed the background before I went ahead with all of the ink blending. I noticed that if I color the background before embossing, the embossed image would sometimes crack up and would show some white lines along the edges of the embossed design. I used my blending brushes to blend the distress inks onto my background. I will go over with the brush a couple of times with each color to give a nice bright look to my background. I love how bright and colorful the background turned out. Today I will be making a top folding card. I cut my cardstock into 11 by 4 1/4 piece and then using my score buddy, I scored the cardstock exactly into half. I like to always leave a small 1/4 inch border around the background panel. Here I am adhering the embossed background panel using a strong foam adhesive. If you do not prefer any dimension in your card, you could go ahead and use some double-sided tape or some liquid glue to adhere the background panel onto the card front. Take your time to adhere the background onto the card front, making sure it's properly aligned on all 4 sides. Let us work on the sentiment. I'm using the big Cozy Wishes sentiment from the stamp set that is provided in the kit. I totally love the stamp set. The font on the sentiments, the little bird images, the letterbox, everything is just so cute. I will be using some of these stamps in my future videos, so don't forget to check them out. I stamped the Cozy Wishes sentiment onto a black cardstock using a VersMark ink and heat fixed it using some white embossing powder by Reinker. I love how the black strip goes with our bright yellow and reddish background. But before I stick the sentiment onto the background, let's add some sparkle and shine to our card. Here, I am using my glossy accent to add some dots onto the embossed background. I am not very particular as to where I am adding these glossy accent dots. Once I am happy with all the dots, I will pour over some silver sparkly glitter powder onto these glossy accent dots. I will toss all of the extra glitter and let my panel dry before I can stick my sentiment strip onto the background panel. Once my background is all dry, I will use a strong double-sided tape to add my sentiment strip onto the panel. At this stage, you can call the card done. But what's our card without some more sparkle? This is definitely a holiday card and it requires a lot more shine. I am using my Spectrum Noir glitter brush pens to add shine onto all of the raised portion of the embossed background. I also used this glitter brush pen to add shine onto my sentiment strip. Here's a look at the finished card. I love how vibrant, bright and shiny this card turned out. I would love for you to give this a try. If you'd like to share your creations, please tag me on Instagram at rp_shutterbug. There is a link to that in the description box below. Also, let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas or suggestions for future videos. Thanks again for joining me today. I would love for you to become a subscriber to my channel, and if you do subscribe, make sure to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the next time I post a video. Here are a couple of other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.